Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox coming to you today with a review for Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 3, Episode 17. I know we got to be coming up on Episode 18. How many fucking episodes they got for this show? It's just like, and we still gonna have a reunion, and I know the reunion is gonna be at least 2 parts, right? Child, that Carlos know he signed on with a winner this time, didn't he? Shit, I know I ain't mad either, but damn, how many fucking episodes? This is like Real Housewives type episodes we having, 20 and shit? Anyway, you guys, the review, let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so the show opens with Melody and Marcel still arguing. He was mad about Melody's weak-ass song, let him tell it. And he don't care, fuck that whack-ass song and your date. You know, Marcel, yes, I did see Melody and her date walking into a restaurant that used to be our restaurant. And I did pull out my phone and walk up to him. And yes, I was petty and I recorded him. I was just like, you know. I mean, I guess you can't be mad at a nigga that's shamelessly jealous, okay, that his wife has moved on to somebody else, all because of what he did, okay? Nigga, you the reason why we doing all of this. You could have still been walking into your favorite restaurant with your own damn wife, but he want to act a fool. And the whole thing is, Melody, why are you arguing with him, girl? You already know none of the stuff that he's saying makes sense. He's jealous. That's all. Okay, I understand you trying to set the boundaries, but the nigga ain't listening. Yeah, Melody, this weak, ugly ass man. Who is he? And you know, all Melody could say was, you know what, Marcel, just because you cannot respect boundaries, what I'm going to say to you is... And he kept on interrupting her. She was like, what I'm going to say to you is, what I'm going to say to you is, what I'm going to say to you is... Y'all acting a fucking fool out here on this damn work site. Ain't no getting through to him. She tells him that she hopes that he finally gets some pride about himself. And he was just like, yeah, one day I will. One day I will. And she was like, one day you gonna grow up, you know? And he was just like, yeah, you right about that. One day I will. Okay, today ain't gonna be that day though. Marcel is mad that Melody got her some new ding ding in his former favorite restaurant with his ex-wife. Oh well. Now you guys jumping over to Kimmy. We see Kimmy has her friend Patricia come over. She says she's been knowing Patricia for the better part of 20 years. You know, they lived right down the street from each other. They watched each other's kids. So this is like one of her closest, best good girlfriends. So when Patricia gets over there, you know, they sit, they chat about, you know, just little small talk about the kids and everything. Somehow we get onto the subject of Maurice. And, you know, Kimmy is just like, you know, Maurice, he's just used to being the king of the castle, but he don't really do nothing, okay? He just kind of used to just sitting around, and I guess Kimmy doing everything. What about that honeymoon? Have you guys had your honeymoon yet? And she was like, nope, can't quite get to the honeymoon because the nigga won't sit down long enough. He's always busy, you know? And now that they have Monster, he's even more busy because he's got to be running Monster all around, and he doesn't want to miss any of Monster's games or any of Monster's things, so... You know, he's busy with that now. On top of that, now that Kiowa has moved to Huntsville, the schedules have changed around. So now Monster is with them the majority of the time. And he goes to Kiowa's during the summer and at Christmas time. So, yeah, you know, she can't seem to steal Maurice away even for a honeymoon. And Kimmy said that Kiowa had still been telling that story and implying that Kimmy was the reason why her and Maurice didn't get, you know, Kiowa and Maurice didn't get back together. Because even though that they were broken up or they were divorced, Kiowa seemed to believe that there was still room for them to make it back to each other. But then you got this damn distraction of this damn Kimmy. But Kimmy said that was not her. And Patricia was just like the rest of us. Like, why is Kiowa even still talking about Maurice? And Kiowa is completely remarried. Okay. If I was Kiowa's husband, I would have an issue with the fact that she still be... Well, I don't even know if Kiowa is still saying it. It's like, but they still talking about it on the show. And I was just like, actually, this was really random because I thought that we had kind of moved on from this, and now why all of a sudden are we talking about this again? Kimmy ain't saying nothing new other than the fact that she was not the side chick, never was side chick, never will be a side chick, all of that. But she's been saying that the whole time. So I was like, we didn't learn anything new in this other than Patricia, I guess, was co-signing yeah, she was friends with Kiowa, you know, but she knew that Kimmy and Maurice got together after Kiowa and Maurice broke up. So, I mean, whatever. Maurice did whatever he did, left, went down to Florida, lived it up, hoed it up and everything, then ended up in Huntsville. And then that's supposedly, I guess, the time that him and Kimmy got together. And like I said, Kiowa was completely out of the picture. Let Kimmy tell it. She said that she would get upset with Maurice because she would want him to correct it. And he was like, well, why even give it any attention? Because, you know, it's a lie. And she was just like, yeah, because it's my character. Okay. And that's the biggest problem that everybody has. And that's the reason why people feel like maybe he was still talking to Kiowa and Kimmy didn't know it, because you just don't even want to bring no kind of light to it. You ain't gonna say nothing. You gonna let Kimmy keep on fussing and yelling and screaming that she wasn't no side chick. Yeah, maybe in her mind, but maybe you was still kind of whispering sweet nothing in Kiowa's ear, you know, while all that was going on. I mean, it don't even matter now, because like I said, Kiowa's married with somebody else. Maurice is married with somebody else. They both moved on with their lives. I don't see them ever getting back together at this point. So it's just sort of like, why are we still talking about this? And so Kimmy's been fighting this whole thing, and Patricia said, well, what about your friend Leticia? You know, she didn't have your back? And Kimmy was just like, you know, no, Leticia really hasn't had her back in this whole thing. You know, Leticia and her in that weird space, you know, they don't really get along right now. It's funny because she now gets along with Melody, and she had all of the problems with Melody for the first 2 seasons, basically. So it's just like, yeah, me and Leticia, we not seeing eye to eye on things. And so Patricia says, well, maybe you need to try to see things from her viewpoint. Okay, try to look at it from her perspective. And Kimmy was just like, I'm not even sure I know how to even go about doing something like that. She's like, I don't know what the fuck wrong with Leticia. Okay, Leticia and Kimmy, they just, if this is just for TV, you know, it's just interesting. You know, the way that they interact on the show, like off of the show, I couldn't imagine being around Leticia. I would be so through with Leticia, like, girl, I'll see you on set. Then later on, you guys, we see Kimmy, and she's all dressed in her cute little strapless pink dress, tight dress, and she says she's meeting Maurice at a hotel. He told her to come and meet him there. She was like, she don't really know what he has up his sleeve. So she goes to the hotel room, and he opens the door, and she was just like, oh, what is this? And he's got the room all decorated on the inside, and she was just like, thank you so much, babe. You know, this is so nice, you know. So he sits her down because they're going to have a picnic in the hotel, and it's got balloons and flowers and food and drinks and everything. Okay, chocolate in a bottle. They sit down, and he has a heart-to-heart with her. He tells her that him and Marcel went on a counseling session with Dr. Frantic, and Dr. Frantic told him that he had 2 wives, and then you heard the music go. You ever notice that anytime something is supposed to be shocking, they always play that real spooky kind of. Anyway, he says that he is mixing his business as a second wife, okay, and that is competing with his real wife, which is Kimmy. All right. And he doesn't like that. He wants to fix that. He knows that she deserves more, that they need to spend more time together. You know, I'm listening, babe. I'm listening. Okay. And she's really touched. Like, I'm so glad you are, even though I've been telling you this for the longest. I mean, I guess if you go and meet with some new man that you just met who says that he's a doctor, and I guess that's what makes it credible, what I said. Okay, well, whatever. You know, but he was just like, that's because Dr. Frantic talks man. Dr. Frantic said the same shit that Kimmy been saying, but child, anyway. Maurice says that he's going to make an effort to spend more time with her, that he's going to listen to her more, and he's got a special surprise for her, and he breaks out a a sheet, and she looks at it. It's blurred, so it must have had the name of the place on there, but it looks like it's like a beach scene. And she was like, what is this? And he was just like, we going on a honeymoon, okay? And she was just like, oh, you know, it's just gonna be us, it's just gonna be them, they going on this honeymoon, it's so nice. And she was like, well, I got 2 trips. And he was just like, I only bought 1. And she was just like, no, Destiny gave me 1. We haven't talked about it yet, you guys, but we'll talk about it later. And that was also random too. But anyway, he was just like, what Destiny giving away trips for? I still didn't understand it, but we'll talk about it. We'll talk about that. But I mean, shit, if you want to give me a 7-night trip, fine, but I don't need you to give me my honeymoon. Okay, thank you, but no thank you. So anyway, she's going on a honeymoon with Maurice, okay? And she is so excited. Anytime she gets to spend with her man is just great, you know. And they get up and they go in the other room, and we gon', I guess, frolic, minus the cameras all in their face. And no, Destiny will not be on that honeymoon. Now, speaking of Leticia looks like she had been out, maybe went and got the family something to eat. When she gets home, she has her tray of beverages and foods, and she's bringing it into the house. And Marcel was like, hey, I got a surprise for you. Okay, and she sees that there are 2 people in her house that she doesn't know, a Miss Kirsten, and a Mr. Julian. And yeah, who are you guys, you know? So she goes and puts the food down and everything. And then when she goes and sits down, you know, and formally is introduced to them, we find out that they are actually money experts. And she was just like, oh, Marcel is surprising me with a financial money discussion today, counseling. Oh, you know, isn't he quite petty? And he was just like, I guess what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You surprising me with Dr. Frantic, so why can't I bring in some money managers, some money experts, and you know, let them tell you how you spend too much fucking money. She sits down with them, and, you know, they start talking about their experiences with money, how they try to help families be better at managing money, and telling them, you know, the ins and outs and the do's and don'ts of being successful when it comes to managing your money as this family. So anyway, they start talking about the spending habits. Basically, Marcel believes that Leticia spends too much money. He's already told us that. Leticia was just like, well, see, the difference is that when he go shopping, he just buying for himself. But when I go shopping, it's for me and my 3 kids. So yes, of course she would spend more money. But she's buying little stuff and, you know, purses, bags, makeup, you know, things like that, clothes, you know, clothes for the kids and all. But Marcel goes out and buys, you know, an exotic luxury car, and then he buys a truck for work, and then that truck breaks down. Instead of getting it fixed, he just goes and buys a whole new one, okay? And you know those kind of trucks that he had, they got those big, you know, Ford F-350s and the Dodge huge Rams, you know, the 3500s or 4500s or whatever. And she was just like, you know, them damn trucks can be upwards of almost $100,000 fucking dollars. So she was just like, you know, he just goes and buys it with no respect to what I may want, what I would say, doesn't consult me in anything. And he does it because he makes the money. So he figured he can do what he wants to do. And he was just like, that is not true. But that is 100% the truth. Okay? Whether he does it consciously or not. You know, if you know this is your money, you made it, you work hard for it, you want to go buy some shit, you go buy it. Okay? The whole thing is you're married though. So you need to have the conversation. But that right there lets you know that Marcel just feels like, I can do it. And Leticia can't say anything to me. So that's one of the reasons why I feel like Marcel doesn't even want Leticia to work, because he wants to still be able to do what he wants to do, and he doesn't want to now have to check and be held accountable for any of that kind of stuff. He just wants to do it. Okay? So, yeah, you can't compare bags, you know, unless you just buying up a whole bunch of shit. You can't compare the two, even if you're trying to write one off as a work vehicle. Kirsten and Julian, they want to see what they buy. So they go up to her room, and she was like, yeah, see, like you can see, my husband didn't make up the bed, so excuse me, but everything is everywhere. But look and see, I got my makeup and jewelries And she telling them how wigs cost upwards of $1,200. You know, she got to have her units and this, that, and the other. And yeah, that's what she spends her money on. But let's go look at what Marcel spends his money on. So we go and look at the car. He's got that real nice Mercedes. The doors go up, you know, and all of that. And I'm sure he paid a pretty penny for that. They were like, okay, well, it's no question on, you know, can't really compare the two of what spending is being done here. But they feel like they don't really have a money problem. It's just communication, okay, that you guys need to talk to each other. You guys need to possibly have a business meeting, you know, maybe once a month or something, a budget meeting, just so you guys can kind of be on the same page. Have you guys had that before? And he said no, maybe once in this whole marriage that we've been together almost 15 damn years. So okay, well, no time like the present. You know, Leticia was just like, I would love to have a business budget meeting with Marcel. You know, when would you like to have a meeting? And he was like, Sunday or 2. And she was just like, okay, I got it on my calendar. So look at how easy that was. She was like, see, last time I took him and surprised him with a counseling session, he was mad. Look at me. Okay, teamwork makes the dream work. Girl, you wasn't going to get mad at Marcel anyway, because he wasn't going to care one way or the other. But the meeting was a success. Okay, look at us growing together, babe. And then lastly, Destiny. Destiny's having this event. One part of it is a networking event. She's got all these black business owners in the area that are going to be there, that are going to help people that are trying to, you know, get their foot in the door of whatever respective industry that they work in. You know, she is having this networking event for that. This is her second annual one. On top of that, she is also unveiling her Hype Hair cover, and she's really pumped about that. So we see the girls get there, all right? Tiffany, Melody, Leticia, Kimmy. Everybody sits at the table. You know, we kind of sitting around chit-chatting and whatever until the event gets started. And I guess the woman that's introducing Destiny, you know, she tells everybody that Destiny kind of started at the bottom and now we're here, okay? She did what she had to do and she's become a successful business owner, respected business owner in the area. And so yeah, everybody welcomed Destiny. So Destiny gets up there and she thanks everybody for coming, and she tells everybody how she's created this so she could have a seat at the, you know, she has this table that everybody can have a seat at, and she wants to make sure that the people that need the help can get it, that we've got people from all different industries here and they can talk to you about it and any questions that you may have. And like, it didn't look like that many people to me, but I mean, I guess. So once she finishes talking to everybody, thanks them all for coming, then she goes over to her table of girls. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys also that Stormy is there. Stormy is the one who has the estate that Melody did her video at. You guys tell me that Stormy is a successful businesswoman. What did you guys tell me that she... Was it from, I know it was in the beauty industry, I believe you guys told me. Was it selling hair or whatever it was that she did? She flipped that shit and, I mean, made some great money and is doing very, very well. So I am not mad at Stormy. Destiny goes and sits down and chat with the girls. She thanks Leticia for being a sponsor of this event that she's having today.
Well, Destiny, I said that I would be a sponsor for this event, but I didn't get the same pack that Stormy got.
Destiny was looking at her like, oh, girl, I didn't send you the package. I'm sorry, my bad. Damn, I dropped the ball on that. That was my fault. But I didn't know if you was coming anyway, you know. And Melody was just like,
see, but it didn't matter, because even if you do drop the ball, you better hope that you have a friend that's there to pick it up. I'm still a gold sponsor. But don't do that shit no more.
Next time you send somebody some sponsor shit, you know, I better be at the top of that list. Destiny was like, yeah, I'm sorry, my bad. She did truly forget. She was like, I see Melody all day, every day. So it's like, I don't know, it just slipped my mind. Do you believe that? Anyway, Leticia says she wants to thank everybody also for the Destiny race, you know. And, you know, I got a text message from you guys, but I never got a donation from you, pointing at Melody, or you, talking to Destiny. Leticia was just like, I got a check from Maurice and Kimmy. And Kimmy was just like, and look at that. You threw us both under the bus and everything. And we the only ones that didn't send you the money. She was just like, yeah, but you did not answer the text. And she was like, oh, okay, so which one is better? Okay. Not answering a text and getting a check, or answering a text and not getting a check at all. And Leticia was just like, both. And Leticia's upset that Kimmy. I said, first of all, Leticia, you the one that's pointing out who paid what. Now, you didn't want Kimmy to say anything there. You know, here go Kimmy being petty, you know, bringing up the money and, you know, the whole issue about texting and... I mean, child, we done talked about that 100,000 times too. So Leticia don't feel like hearing Kimmy's mouth. So she says, Tiffany, do you want to go with me to get some champagne? And Tiffany was like, sure. Okay, so they walk off. So it's just Melody and Stormy and Kimmy at the table. And Melody was saying how she's about to have this big event, you know, and she was just like,
Kimmy, you got your white dress ready? Everybody's gonna be wearing white. I am about to premiere my first video at Stormy's estate. And it's gonna be really nice. You're not gonna know if you was in Miami, if you was in Huntsville.
Leticia and Tiffany go off to the side, and Tiffany was like, yeah, it is kind of good to be able to kind of, you know, break off from the group and just speak one-on-one. I didn't understand why we was having this conversation. It was weird. I mean, there was so many weird things in the day, but this was really weird to me. She says, yeah, you know, I don't really know nothing negative about Tiffany. All I know is that she was married and then she got a divorce. And basically, she don't really know anything about it. She don't know what happened with Tiffany, why she's the person that she is. First of all, why would you know any of that when you just first met some damn body? And do you expect somebody to pour out their whole life to you when you first meet them? Why would you, you know? And then she got super personal with her, because then Tiffany get to telling her, like, yeah, she was married before, and her, you know, she cheated in the past. Louis cheated in the past. You know, when they got together, that was the first thing they discussed, you know, so that it wouldn't happen again, you know, what they needed in their marriage, blah, 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 blah. Then Leticia gonna be like, well, if you don't mind me asking, why did you cheat? Okay, does that offend you? I hope that don't offend you. Tiffany didn't look offended, but I was just like, bitch, you got a whole bunch of damn nerves. Who asks people these kind of damn questions? Okay? And she was just like, well, I was in high school. I said, oh, girl, now, here you go. You was in high school. Oh, okay. High school. You know, Leticia was like, that don't even really count. And she was like, yeah, but she was in high school and, you know, whatever. I guess she didn't like the fact that she was doing that. So she tried to change it up when her and Louis got together. But it still wasn't enough for Leticia. And Leticia was like, she is still not being open about what she been through in her life. And I was just like, and she don't have to be. Okay? Now, let's be clear. We don't like Tiffany. But Tiffany don't owe Leticia a damn thing. I ain't got to sit here and tell you nothing with your dumb ass. Go over there and worry about your own marriage and whether or not your man is out there doing something like the whole world seems to think. That Leticia sure was feeling entitled, wasn't she? But anyway, they go back and they sit down. And Destiny is up there. And this is when I was telling you guys that was real strange to me, why Destiny felt the need to give Kimmy a 7-day honeymoon. It was almost shady. Like, I wouldn't want you as a, you know, having this event and having all these business owners there. Okay. I would not want you to be giving me a trip in front of all these people, because they could be thinking like, oh, they down on their luck. They ain't got no money. They can't go on a trip. All right, nigga, people could misconstrue this whole thing. Don't be sitting up here trying to be funny or cute or whatever it is that you're doing, giving me a damn 7-day trip. And then it's not like Destiny and Kimmy are even friends like that. So the whole thing was weird. And of course they keep on playing on this threesome, and it don't make no sense. But I mean, like I said, I'll take a damn trip if you want to give it to me. All right, it might not be my honeymoon. I won't grant that one as my honeymoon, but I was just like, yeah, why is she doing? Anyway, child, after that's done, Destiny goes on and reveals her cover I was like, that don't look like no hype hair cover I've ever seen. It's usually a real tight face, you know, with a hairdo. Not no whole body and all that, but maybe they just changed it up, child. Like, did you guys find the Destiny, I was about to say episode, the Destiny article or the Destiny magazine? Okay, I haven't seen it, but maybe it is. I'll Google it after this video. But anyway, after she unveils it and everybody is proud of her and she says she's proud of herself and all, and then, yeah, that's that. All right, you guys, let me get on off of here. Y'all let me know when the hell the show over. Is next week the finale? And then the reunion. How many episodes is the reunion? Because, child, we didn't have a reunion for the second season, so I don't even really know, you know, how they gonna do it this year. They gonna go on and pull a Real Housewives and have 3 damn reunions, or a Real Housewives of Potomac and 4 fucking reunions? I know we better not be up here for no 4. I don't even know what we would talk about for 4 episodes unless it's a whole bunch of Marcel and Melody arguing for 2 episodes, and don't nobody want to see that shit. But anyway, you guys, let me get on. I gotta do power. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.